This morning we want to look at a couple of verses in Revelation chapter 17, but before we get there, let's warm up by going back to chapter 13 and looking at a verse that we looked at a few days ago, maybe last week. This is 13:7, which speaks about the beast. It was allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them, and authority was given it over every tribe and people and language and nation. And we looked at a couple of other references where that beast, the Antichrist, was given authority over the saints to persecute and to even prevail over the saints. And we marveled, or at least I did, why would God allow his children to suffer so? Why would he allow Satan to have such authority and such power? Doesn't God care for his kids more than that? Have you ever wondered that sort of thing when you are going through difficulties and trials? Doesn't God care for me? Has he forgotten about me? Well, with that in mind, we go to chapter 17. In the meantime, between chapters 13 and 17, the beast has sort of aligned itself with the woman, the prostitute, that they tag team to persecute the believers on earth. And we read this in chapter 17, verse 14. They will make war on the Lamb, and the Lamb will conquer them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and those with him are called and chosen and faithful. Called and chosen and faithful. God knows his own, and he wins. In the end, God will conquer these, the beast and the woman, and he will prevail. How does he do that? The interesting verses follow in verse 15. And the angel said to me, the waters that you saw where the prostitute is seated are peoples and multitudes and nations and languages. And the 10 horns that you saw, they and the beast will hate the prostitute. They will make her desolate and naked and devour her flesh and burn her up with fire. For God has put it into their hearts to carry out his purpose by being of one mind and handing over their royal power to the beast until the words of God are fulfilled. God is working out his purpose by making the beast and the prostitute and those who follow them turn on one another and devour one another. God is going to use their evil against them, and he will prevail in the end. Right in the middle of these two passages, 13 to 17, is this doxology in chapter 16. Just are you, O Holy One, who is and who was, for you brought these judgments. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and you have given them blood to drink. It is what they deserve. Yes, the Lord has allowed these judgments to take place. It's all under his supervision and under his sovereign control. And yet he brings judgment on those who cause evil and who do evil and who persecute his people. And they will devour themselves. It is what they deserve. And I heard the altar saying, yes, Lord God, the Almighty, just and true are your judgments. There's our hope, believers. Whether we go through the great tribulation or not, or whether we go through tribulation of any kind in this world, the Lord is in control. He's got his children in his hands, and he will make right what is wrong. Take heart.